In 1917, one of the largest empires in the world collapsed. A Tsar was forced from the throne, a palace was stormed, and for the first time in history, a communist state was established. But how did Russia transform so dramatically in just a few years? Who were the Bolsheviks, and how was the Soviet Union born? At the beginning of the 20th century, Russia was vast but fragile. It was ruled by Tsar Nicholas II. Most of the population consisted of poor peasants. Industrial workers faced harsh conditions, political freedoms were nearly non-existent, land distribution was deeply unequal, and the economy was weak. When World War I began in 1914, the already unstable system started to collapse. Military defeats, food shortages in cities, and economic breakdown pushed the people to their limits. In February 1917, strikes erupted in Petrograd. Even parts of the army sided with the protesters. Pressure mounted, and Tsar Nicholas II was forced to abdicate. The centuries-old Tsarist regime came to an end. However, the provisional government that replaced it failed to meet public expectations. The war continued, land reforms were postponed, and the economic crisis deepened. At this critical moment, the Bolsheviks rose to prominence. Their leader, Vladimir Lenin, addressed the people with a powerful slogan: peace, bread, and land. These three words resonated deeply with war-weary soldiers, hungry workers, and land-hungry peasants. The Bolsheviks quickly gained widespread support. In October 1917, the Bolsheviks took action. Key locations in Petrograd were seized, and the Winter Palace was stormed. The provisional government was overthrown. This event became known as the October Revolution. Power was now in the hands of the Bolsheviks, but stability did not come immediately. Between 1918 and 1921, a brutal civil war broke out. The Bolsheviks' Red Army fought against anti-communist forces known as the White Army, along with foreign interventions. The country was devastated, millions died, and the economy was shattered. In the end, the Bolsheviks emerged victorious and consolidated their control. In 1922, Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, and the Transcaucasian republics united to form the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. For the first time in history, a large state based on Marxist ideology was established. The system was built on one-party rule and a centrally planned economy. After Lenin's death in 1924, a power struggle followed. Eventually, Joseph Stalin took control. Under Stalin, rapid industrialization transformed the Soviet Union into a major industrial power. Agriculture was collectivized, and the country developed heavy industry at an unprecedented pace. However, this transformation came at a tremendous human cost, marked by repression, purges, and millions of deaths. During World War II, the Soviet Union played a decisive role in defeating Nazi Germany. After the war, it emerged as one of the world's two superpowers alongside the United States. This rivalry marked the beginning of the Cold War, dividing the world into opposing ideological blocs. The October Revolution did not only change Russia, it reshaped the 20th century. It inspired movements from China to Cuba and influenced global politics for decades. The Soviet Union, founded in 1922, ultimately dissolved in 1991. Yet its legacy, its ideology, and its global impact continue to shape international politics even today. The fall of an empire, a revolution, and the birth of a system that changed world history.